All right, here we go. So the 6 problems, and then you can take, I'm going to be fast, and then you can take the mini test, okay? Here we go. We're going to distribute first, all right? So we can write this. Distribute, combine like terms, solve, all right? And that's what we're going to be doing for all these, if those steps are necessary. Now, we distribute the 4 to the 2 and get 8. Distribute the 4 to the 3c and we get 12c. Left with 56. Now, there's only variable on one side, so we can go right to our original solving steps where we get rid of the term that does not have a variable. So we're going to subtract 8 and subtract 8. We have 12c equals 48. And then because the 12 is multiplying by the c, we divide by the 12. And we get c equals 4. C equals 4. Next problem. Now we go to the side. We look on either side of the equal sign, and we notice that there's some distributive property to do. We want to simplify using distributive property first. We take that 3 into negative 3 into the 1 and get negative 3. And negative 3 times the minus 2n becomes plus 6n. Check your work, see if you can figure out your little mistakes, if you have any, and adjust or fix them. Okay, now everything's simplified. There's no like terms to combine. There's no more distributive property, so I draw my line down because I'm ready to solve. I'm going to get rid of this non-variable term first. Minus 3 or negative 3. I'm going to add 3 to cancel that out. I'm going to add 3 over here. I get 66 equals 6n. The 6 is multiplied by the n, so I divide. And I get n equals 11. Boom. Moving right along. Let's go for a new color here so I can draw right over top of this. I'm distributing first. All right, that's my first step. So I get negative 29 equals 5 times 2a is 10a. 5 times minus 5 is going to be 5 times minus 1 is going to be minus 5. I just bring down the 2a. Now, since I finished distributing, I'm going to look for like terms to combine. And I see some. I see 10a. Minus 5 is not 1 because it doesn't have a variable. And this one does have an a, so it is a like term with the 10a. Now, we are going to just bring everything down and combine those like terms. So 10a plus 2a gives me 12a, and I just bring down my minus 5. And now I'm ready to start solving. I'm going to draw my line down. I'm going to get rid of this non-variable term first by adding 5. That gives me negative 24 equals 12a. Divide by 12, divide by 12. And that gives me negative 2 equals a. So negative 2 is the result for number 3. Ooh, this one's tricky. There's all sorts of craziness going on here. I'm going to make it bigger so I have some more space to work. Anytime there's no coefficient, that means no number to the left of the variable, all right, then we're just going to slide a 1 in. So notice I'm sliding a 1 between the negative and the g, so it becomes like negative 1g. All right, and then I have a g here after the 3, right? 3 plus 1g, and then also here I have a 1g plus 1, okay? So now, first step, distribute. Boom and boom. So I have negative 1g plus the 2 times the 3 is going to be 6, and the 2 times the 1g is going to be plus 2g. Now, I have some distributive property on the other side as well. I'm going to distribute the negative 4 to the 1g and get negative 4g. I'm going to distribute the negative 1 to the plus 1, and that's going to give me minus 4. All right, now I did all my distributives, so now I'm on to combining like terms. I see that when I do this, I have 2 terms with g's, so I can combine those. Negative 1g plus 2g would be just a regular old 1g. Bring down the plus 6, and I bring down the minus 4g, or the negative 4g, and the minus 4. Now we have variables on both sides, so that's when I have to cancel out one of those variable terms. So I'm going to do add 4g, add 4g. I'm going to rewrite everything over here. Okay, I get 5g plus 6 equals, now this canceled out, so I'm just have my negative 4 over here. All right, minus 6, 5g equals negative 10, divide by 5, g equals negative 2. Whoo, man, look at us go. All right, now this one is certainly a bit tricky. We're not distributing the 7p for number 5. We're distributing this minus sign. All right. It's like you're subtracting everything in the parentheses. So that subtraction goes to both. So it'd be 17p. The 3p is just positive, but then since we're subtracting it, it's like minus 3p. That's it. And then we'd minus a positive 4, which we can just write minus 4. So we don't need... Okay, you can think of it like a negative times a positive is a negative, or just subtracting a positive 4. Anyway, it's distributing that minus to both of these. All right, kind of turns everything inside to its opposite. Now, we're going to also distribute this negative 2. That gives me negative 4p plus, because the negative and the minus, plus 2 plus 10. Now we're going to combine our like terms. Who's having fun? I am. All right, we got the 7p minus the 3p, which gives us 4p. Let me do this. All right, go back to my other color. 4p, when we combine those like terms, I bring down the non-like term. It looks like I can just bring down the negative 4p, and I get the 12 over here, it looks like, plus 12, when those like terms combine. Now I have variables on both sides, so I have to reverse, cancel out, get rid of one of those variable terms. When I get rid of terms, I either add or subtract, so I'm going to add 4p to cancel that out, to keep it balanced. My property of equality says I must do the same thing to the other side, 4p. Now, what do I get? I get 8p equals, nope, not equals, sorry. 8p minus 4 equals 12. And then now we have variable on one side, so we're just going to solve. 8p equals 16, divide by 8, divide by 8. So p equals 2. Ooh, that was a tough one. If you got that one, I give you like 4 air high fives. Seriously, 4 whole air high fives. All right. Gotta leave space for this last one. 6. Okay, we got some distributive property first. We are going to distribute 3 to t, so we get negative 3t. We distribute the negative 3 to the plus 5 and get negative 15. Now what in the world are we distributing here? It's kind of like we're distributing the addition sign. Add 4t and add a positive 2. And now we have some like terms to get combined. Where are they? We got that. He's not like because he doesn't have the variable like this guy does. But this guy matches up with the minus 15. So now let's combine those like terms. The negative 3t and the plus 4t gives us 1t. And the negative 15, or the minus 15 plus 2, gives me minus 13 equals 8. And now we just have to solve. We did all the simplifying, now we solve. Shoot the line down there, plus 13, plus 13. We get 1t equals 21. We can divide by 1, but that's not going to change it. We have t equals 21. There it is. I hope that was fast enough so it doesn't take up too much time, but also thorough enough so you understood it and are better prepared for our quick test. Good luck.